Imagine waking up in a world where your entire life is decided by your rank. At the bottom, you are a barefoot farmer forced to fight wars with a cheap spear. At the top, you control the fate of millions of people with a single signature. Between those two extremes exists a brutal ladder of power. 9 levels. From starving foot soldiers to wandering samurai to lords who control entire provinces, and finally, the shogun, the most powerful man in Japan. But here is the strange truth. The higher you climb this ladder, the more power you gain, and the more freedom you lose. This is the 9 levels of samurai power. Level 1 Ashigara, the disposable soldiers your feet hurt again. Your straw sandals broke 2 days ago somewhere on the road between your village and the war front. Now you walk barefoot, just like you used to walk in the muddy rice fields back home. The spear on your shoulder feels light. You've carried heavier things before. Rice sacks. Your drunk father. Your baby sister when she had a fever. The spear is bamboo with a cheap iron tip. When the armorer gave it to you, he laughed. He said it would probably break the first time it hits armor. You march in a column of 300 men, farmers, fishermen, charcoal burners, even a monk who stopped believing. None of you know each other's names. Names don't matter when you are Ashigaru. You are disposable foot soldiers, peasants with sharp sticks. Samurai ride past you on horses. Their swords cost more than your entire village earns in a year. They don't even look at you. To them, you are just equipment. At midday, the column stops. A wagon arrives and soldiers throw rice balls into the crowd. You catch one. You shove half into your mouth immediately, before someone grabs it. The other half you hide in your sleeve. The boy next to you didn't catch one. He looks 16. He's shaking. You break your half in two and give him a piece. He looks at you like you just handed him treasure. Tonight you will sleep in the mud beside 10,000 soldiers. Tomorrow you will march into a valley filled with enemies. Your only mission is simple. Don't die. Level 2 Ronin, the masterless samurai, the knife appears out of nowhere. You ate a drinks deep at a gambling house when the Ronin across the table decides he doesn't tea like your face. Maybe it's because you still wear your swords, even though you clearly can't afford food. Maybe he's just cruel. Doesn't matter. The knife is already flying. You move without thinking. It slams into the wooden wall beside your head. 3 Ronin stand up. 3 against 1. 6 months ago you had a lord, a home, a name. But your master backed the wrong side in a political struggle. The shogunate erased his domain. All his samurai were dismissed. Now you are Ronin, a wave without a shore. Your katana leaves its sheath. The first attacker lurches. He's sloppy. You step aside. His momentum carries him past you. Your blade slices his arm. His sword hits the floor, 1 down. The other to circle you carefully now. 1 distracts you. The other attacks. You pivot. Your sword finds the gap in his armor. He collapses. Now only the leader remains. He notices something. You favor your left leg. An old injury. He smiles. He rushes you. Your short blade flashes. A single strike under the chin's silence. 3 men on the floor. The gambling house owner slowly emerges. He looks at the bodies. Then at you. He reaches under the counter and pulls out a string of coins. He needs a new guard. You take the money. You don't ask questions. Your only concern now is simple. Eat tomorrow. Level 3 Goken servants of the Shogun, the appointment letter arrived yesterday. You read it 4 times. Your hands shook every time. You are now Goken, a direct retainer of the Shogunate. The lowest rank, but still. You now serve the Shogun himself. Your stipend is small, just enough to rent a modest house in the capital. 2 servants at most, barely enough to maintain armor and horses. But the money isn't important. The position is. Today you enter the great castle for the first time. You walk with 40 other new retainers. Everyone wears their best clothes. Everyone pretends they are not terrified. Inside the hall, you kneel. The tatami mats beneath you probably cost more than your yearly income. You wait to see the shogun, but he never appears. A mid-level official reads your name from a scroll, confirms your appointment, dismisses you. The entire ceremony lasts 8 seconds. You step outside into the sunlight. Your legs feel numb. You are still nobody. Just another name inside a massive machine. But now you are inside the machine. Level for Han Samurai, Provincial Samurai, your life exists inside a small castle town. Far from the capital. Far from politics. Your lord's family backed the wrong side in the Great War decades ago, so your domain remains poor and forgotten. Your days follow a routine. Morning training in the courtyard. Afternoon paperwork. Tax records. Land surveys. Disputes between merchants. You inspect the armory once a month. Rows of rusty spears no one will ever use. The last war ended 60 years ago. You were born into peace. Your children will probably die in peace. Your sword practice is perfect. Your cuts are precise. But you have never drawn your blade in a real fight. Your stipend often arrives late. The domain is broke. A letter arrives from your cousin in the capital. He has become Goken. His salary is smaller than yours, but his future is bigger. You write back. Congratulations. You don't mention that you secretly teach writing to merchant children for extra money. Some things are better left unsaid. Level 5, Hatamoto Elite Direct Retainers, only 8,000 families hold this rank. You are one of them. Hatamoto means under the banner. Your ancestors fought beside the first shogun. And the shogunate has never forgotten. Your stipend is large. Your mansion in the capital has 16 rooms. You keep servants, horses, and a country estate. But the real privilege is something else. Direct audience with the shogun. You are allowed deeper inside the castle than most men alive. Yet the work is not heroic. Today's issue is a financial dispute. Missing funds. Possible embezzlement. The evidence is clear. But the decision requires meetings, reviews, signatures, endless paperwork. You sign one document. Pass it to the next official. This is real power. Not swords. Not battles. But paper, seals, and patience. Your 12-year-old son trains with the best sword masters. One day he will inherit everything. Your rank, your house, your influence, and your boredom. Level 6, Tozama Daimyo, the distrusted lords, and arrow tears through the banner just inches from your head. Your guards raise shields instantly to bandits. Bold ones. They attack your convoy on a mountain pass. 40 wagons stretch behind you. Gifts for the shogun. Another arrow strikes your armor. You draw your sword. The last time you used it in real combat, you were 19. Your captain fights beside you. Arrows rain down. A horse tumbles off the cliff. You make a decision. Instead of retreating, you climb. You scramble up the rocky slope with your sword between your teeth. Your guards follow. A bandit appears above you. He pulls back his bow. Then he freezes. He sees your crest. He realizes who you are, a daimyo. A powerful lord. That hesitation costs him. Your captain's arrow kills him. The remaining bandits run. You don't chase them. You stand on the ridge watching your convoy below. 14 retainers dead. 8 horses gone. 3 wagons burned. And the gifts meant for the shogun destroyed. Level 7 feudai daimyo, trusted lords, the council chamber is silent. You sit at the head of the table. Across from you kneels a messenger from an outsider lord, a Tozama daimyo. His master requests permission to repair a castle wall immediately. He calls it an emergency. You study the map. You see the truth. Not repairs. Preparation. Possibly rebellion. The outsider lords must always remain controlled. You dip your brush into ink. One signature decides everything. Request denied. Inspection ordered. 3 months. The messenger bows and leaves, defeated by a single stroke of ink. Level 8 Shinpan Daimyo, the shogun's relatives, you share blood with the shogun. Your domain is enormous. Your castle is magnificent. On paper, you are among the most powerful men in Japan. But in reality, you do almost nothing. The shogunate keeps you away from real government. You are too close to the throne. Too dangerous. So you live quietly, studying poetry, painting landscapes, hosting tea ceremonies. Visitors from the capital check on you regularly. They always leave satisfied. They believe you are harmless, a wealthy noble interested only in art. They never see the letters, the private meetings, the quiet alliances. Because if the shogun dies without an heir, the next ruler could come from your family. Level 9 Shogun Absolute Power 300 tatami mats stretch across the audience hall. Paintings of hawks and tigers decorate the walls. You sit on a raised platform. Below you kneel the most powerful lords in the country. Their foreheads touch the floor. No one meets your eyes. If you sneeze, historians will record it. If you frown, a family hundreds of miles away may lose their lands. You command a nation of 20 million people. And yet, you have not walked freely outside the castle in 20 years. When you stroll through your garden, 40 attendants follow. When you pause to admire a cherry blossom, 40 people stop to watch you admire it. Every word you speak is written down. Every sigh is recorded. Food tasters check every dish before it reaches you. You are the most served man in the world, and the most watched. Outside the castle, Ashigaru march in the rain. Ronin fight for survival. Daimyo plot in secret. The world is loud and chaotic. Inside these walls, there is only silence. You sign documents, attend ceremonies, approve reports. A minister kneels. He reports a drought in the north. Farmers are starving. He asks permission to open emergency grain stores. You sign the order. Another minister speaks of trade. Another of politics. Another of the emperor. Decisions never end. Servants bring your evening meal. The taster has already taken the first bite. You lift your chopsticks and eat alone. Tomorrow, you will do it all again.